Hi, it's Catherine here, and I'm the author of TORIANA, and I'm going to be reading chapter 3 of my book. And the chapter is called Cati. Chapter 3. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart, and saves such as have a contrite spirit. Psalm 34, verse 18. The morning was filled with a piercing scream, and it came from the valley below. There was not just one scream, but many. Freetown was under attack. It was all so sudden. Where to run? They seemed so evil, and no one knew where they had all come from. Many could only cry, "Oh God!" The presenter on the radio prayed, "Jesus, help us!" And many listeners seemed to echo this cry. A pregnant woman was harassed and asked if she was having a boy or a girl. In West Africa, the medical equipment required to answer this kind of question was not available. So the mother-to-be had no answer, and the machete held by the interrogator sliced her open. He found his answer and then left her and her unborn child to die. Others lost their arms or legs. Families were torn apart. There was no time to say goodbye, just run. In many cases, the forest was a safer option. Today, the nightmare lives on. This is not my story, but the story of my beloved brothers and sisters in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Our ship came with the hope and love of Jesus to help them rebuild their lives. My relationship with these wonderful people began over a meal. I'd come with my friends from the ship to their church service up on the hill, overlooking Freetown. It was an honor for them to have us join them, as my ship friends had helped design and build their little clinic. The ship had various ministries, and one of them was a building team. My cabin mate was the architect on the team. She invited me to join them as the church had invited them all to a special service. At the end of the service, our brothers and sisters came towards us with large plates of food. I saw little children hiding behind nearby mound with big wide eyes, looking as if roast chicken and chips had just passed them by. Outwardly, I had a huge smile of thanks as the plate was put before me, but inwardly I didn't know if I would be able to stomach this meal. It was their very best offering of cassava leaves mixed with whole fish, eyes and all. As a missionary, I learned that it's an insult not to eat the food offered, and I prayed for God to help me. Then I had an idea. I asked the elders of the church if they had some extra spoons, as I would like the children to join me eating the wonderful meal. To my delight, they quickly brought some spoons, and I welcomed the children around my plate. I took the first mouthful and ate very slowly, and the children, with great excitement, ate most of the food by the time I tried the second mouthful. Thank you, Lord. This was the beginning of a very special relationship with these wonderful children. Long after the food was finished, they were playing with my hair, and we were just enjoying each other's company. During this week, I had been doing a Bible study with a group of ladies on the ship called Experiencing God, and we had just learnt about joining God where He's already working. I prayed that God would show me where He was working so I could join Him. Little did I know that my prayer was answered so quickly. The elders of the little church on the hill had been praying to God to provide them with someone to help start a Sunday school. So they saw me and asked if I would embrace this challenge. I prayed about it and saw it as joining God where He was already working, and it began a fantastic new ministry. I asked the church to provide me with 4 women to disciple. This they did with great excitement and with anticipation of a new Sunday school. These ladies had such beautiful hearts and joined me as we began. As I worked alongside them, I saw that God had given them incredible gifts to teach, and felt that this ministry could grow into more than just a simple Sunday school, but a Christian primary school too. I shared these ideas with the church and was greatly surprised to see how they embraced my dreams for the school. I was able to help them to start at a teacher's training college, but they, together with God's help, had to complete the journey without me. We had been in Freetown for 6 months. The ship's main ministry was medical work and outreach. The medical teams had completed their surgeries, patients had recovered and returned home. So we as a crew started preparing to leave for our next port of call. I felt I'd just begun my work and was very sad to leave my new friends and ministry. Just before I left, a little baby girl was born to one of the church members, and they named her Cati, after me. It was very special to be able to hold her and pray for her before our ship left. As we sailed away, and they grew smaller and smaller standing at the harbour, in my heart my love for them grew bigger and bigger, and I hoped that God would one day bring me back to them. I also realized that I was called to disciple the nations, and wanted more than going from port to port with seeds for evangelism. This thought remained in my heart and prayers as I continued the task before me, serving as a teacher on board the ship.